Alright, before I start recording this video, you're going to be seeing a bunch of pictures on the screen right now of my chair before I sat down. You see, I've been putting off actually playing Minecraft for, it's 1:12 a.m. So for about 3 or 4 hours now because my cat decided to sleep on my chair. Um, well, it's time to hit record. Now, the topic I want to discuss is daily uploads. In fact, I am sitting here laser focused on what I want to talk about. So, let's start with playing on the server. What I've been trying to do, well, let's not start anywhere. I just have a lot of things coming up at once. What I've been trying to do is make videos every single day for you guys to enjoy and watch and click on, and it's a challenge as me as a producer and you guys as viewers and commenters and everything and the likes, and it's been tough. Whether or not this is good is up for debate. I think my videos have suffered in some areas and thrived in others, in that I've been able to show more of the server, more of us as a group, as a community, more of me to you guys, cutting the quality of a few of my videos. I'm not going to point out any specifically for fear that you might have actually liked those videos and I'm crazy, because it's actually come up in past conversations that it turns out videos I think suck other people like. So that's completely subjective. However, I do know that I've taken liberties. I don't know, I guess I'll have to do. I sat there for a few seconds. I've taken liberties in making these videos just to kind of make it happen. So I've always liked the idea of making videos in one day, or making, what was you say, a big project in one day. So I just came here from Spawn. That was the iron farm. I hope you guys kind of caught a glimpse of it. That was built in a single day, and I only have slab. This should be fine. I love those style of videos. I think it's great as a testament to our group and how much we can do, and how when you put a lot of hands on one project and you get a lot of people doing something, you can really accomplish a lot in 24 hours. And people are starting to join the speaking place, so it's kind of like I've formed a crowd around me. Now that's a really impressive thing to do. Documenting that on video is even better. That iron farm, I can truthfully say, went up in one day. And, well, I mean, it took another 5 days to get it running. We're not gonna talk about that. But, that kind of thing is something I really like to show. However, making a whole video every day is considerably more difficult than that because, frankly, you can't make something like that iron farm every single day. It's just not doable. Once we have an iron farm, we got an iron farm. Once we've got an Enderman farm, we got an Enderman farm. And then you get to projects that take a lot more time to do. So areas like, actually I just ran through it and I wanted to use this as an example. This is perfect. It's all tying together. That Ruby Center, the sorting system where I just grabbed these slabs from. I made a whole series on my channel called Project Ruby Center. Oh, let's turn off screen tearing. I mean VSync, let's turn that on. Project Ruby Center, because I knew that project wasn't going to go up in a day. Quick callback right now. I saw that this was noted in one of my... Wait for them to stop falling. That is noted. I saw that this was noted in one of my videos, and I completely forgot to actually do anything about it, but I did not actually forget. And I knew that that project would take a very long time, so I made a whole series of videos on Project Ruby Center and the creation of that project. And it brought... Okay, so I want to say that it brought a lot of new viewers to my channel, but rather I actually ended up killing the series a little bit early because of the fact that it was hurting my channel, I think. I don't actually know that because the views were kind of like, 600 or so for the first episode, and then 5, 4, 3, 4, 3, and then it just kind of wavy lined all the way across. And towards the end of that, I was pushing, three, maybe 400 views on, and it just went down, is what I'm saying. It wasn't up to par. And the project was almost done, and I was kind of sick of 2.5 weeks of Ruby Center videos, so it was a good time for that series to end. And what makes me think of that is, like, projects like that on the server. I never actually claimed to be a daily channel. I never wanted to announce that I make daily videos. However, as a creator, I challenge myself to make daily content. As a person who's trying to grow a channel, it's very smart to make daily videos. Lately I've been making, a video at least every day or more than one day, and I've been backed up a week for week now. So I've been like 5 days ahead for quite some time now, and I think this is good. I've been making some shorter videos, and that's fine, equally funny to me. However, the views are what kind of inspired this dialogue here. This is another one of my famous monologues I know a lot of you guys like to listen to, and I'm happy to share them. In fact, on the bus ride home for me, it's about a half hour to get home, and I have a lot of these ideas and I just mark them down on my phone because working off inspiration is one of my favorite things in life because oh my God, I cannot describe to you the feeling of doing something, creating something, working purely off like the fumes of inspiration that come together to create something. And unless you've done that, I really can't share that emotion with you. But it's incredible, which is the reason I say that is because I have marked down these ideas on like my phone and then I've never resurfaced them because I just didn't feel that same thing. And I have them still. You know, I might bring up these topics in the future. I'm not going to say them now for fear that I never cover them, or if I do cover them, I don't want to spoil it, so there's really no point in bringing it up. Honestly, replacing that slab was the one thing I had planned for this talk, so I'm going to stop recording and recollect myself. So one of the things I wanted to talk about was when you focus more on making daily videos than you do on like say playing Minecraft, then you start to sacrifice, well, you know, Minecraft. What I make daily or mostly daily videos on is Minerva, the server that I play on, the server that I created, the Minecraft world that we're all working on together. And like I mentioned, how certain projects take longer than a day, at a certain point you stop working on projects, and I was just working on smaller and smaller projects that I could do one right after another until eventually I ran out of projects. Now, lately, this flower forest is what we've been working on, this whole flower farm project, and this has been extremely helpful in making, you know, content that I can cover and work on and not have to worry too much about the videos on. And this has been great. Streaming it has been fun, and it's been awesome for everyone. Honestly, like, nobody gets paid on this server, but, like, when a project like this comes up and everybody gets jobs to do, it's actually a good thing, and everybody gets a little bit excited. There's a buzz of activity. If you watch the streams and, like, the tab screen looked like the scoreboards on the side because we had so many people online working together. And that was great. But lately what's been happening is I've been sacrificing my progress on the server to make videos because a lot of it has been when you focus on videos, a lot of you guys don't get this kind of behind the scenes stuff, but you know, you have to pay attention all day to what you're recording, the topic you're covering, the story you're telling, and at the end of the day you have to edit it together. And to edit, if a well done video is edited correctly, that can take anywhere from an hour to 3 or more. Like my Minecraft servers movie, I spent not like raw editing hours, but like from start to finish, that was a double-digit hour experience for me. I think raw editing time was maybe 6 to 8 hours of that. And that was just, you know, cutting in pictures and planning out what I wanted to say and putting the times on. And like, I say cutting in pictures, but you got to think of what you want to do. You have to go find it. You have to put it into the timeline. You got to pick the appropriate amount of time. Just to throw in one image of like the Cubed Host logo, that could take me 5 to 10 minutes. That one picture. And in that whole movie, where it was mostly pictures, you know, 8 hours flies by. And that's just a longer example of like when you focus on these videos, you just can't focus on the server. And what I wanted to record is how I'm feeling good right now. Yesterday, okay, that creative world I tried to join, I'm going to do this off camera. Sorry, this is going to be boring, but I want to keep talking. That creative world I just tried to join is because lately I've been working on the Wither Farm. Video on that soon. One of my more popular, one of my top 100, I guess, videos is my video on my Wither farm, which is 3 skulls a minute, 6 skulls with 2 players. It's a very basic ghast farm design. You know, actually, let me pull it up on the screen. I'll maybe just play it on mute while I do this other thing. And it's a very, it's a ghast-based farm design, and I like it because it's very simple. It's like just a fundamentally, I want to say unique design, but other people have used ghasts before, but I digress. And I dug up this old project, I converted to work in 1.11. I'm gonna make a new video on it and I'm gonna do it right. Like this video never even had a world download, it never had a schematic. I just threw it out here and I don't think anybody ever actually, maybe they recreated this. I think so. I mean, I thought it was pretty intuitive to figure this out, and I still believe that, but having wanted to work on this in the past, I've had to actually dig up the old creative server that we actually worked on. We pulled the world off the server, and I've been building off that, and that's worked. But yeah, the server that hosted the world that this was recorded on, even that doesn't even exist anymore. It got too little attention. It was always in 1.8. Enemy stopped justifying the £3 a month. Yeah, £3 a month. That's how like, it got used so rarely that he couldn't even justify the small amount of money. Because it turned out towards the end, Minerva was the only server still using it. And I finally dug up this old project because if you guys haven't been following my channel, we have needed a wither farm on Minerva technically always, but it's been planned for 5 months now. It is May 7th. Yesterday was our 6 month, yeah, December, January, yeah, 6 month. I never get that right. No, 5 months anniversary, cause yeah, cause we started in December 7th, 6th, and after about a month, remember we had a universal tree farm and the dragon dead within a week. We had our guardian farm built within like the third week or something. I don't know. We had the iron farm up in 2 weeks. We moved fast on Minerva, and then school kicked half our asses and that kind of halted that. But the Wither Farm never actually got built because the man who headed it was Oriolamp, and I'm gonna have to turn this down right now, and he wanted to try a whole bunch of different designs. He wanted to be sure that it was perfect and everything, and eventually it just never happened. We never ended up doing anything, and somebody has joined Discord. I'm gonna have to mute myself if he doesn't stop. Thank you, Daniel. And so the Wither Farm never actually got constructed. Now I'm showing this, it's not too much of a spoiler. I'm not giving you guys nearly enough information on this, but we're not going to go with this design, but it felt really good to finally work on this again because creative testing is something similar to creating videos in that it really takes a unique creative perspective. You need to focus a lot of time and effort into it, and the sad part as a content creator is this does not make an interesting video. I believe me when I tell you guys, you do not want to watch us testing creative. I made a whole video about us designing a villager area. I mean, that was designing. It was a little bit different. What are those orange blocks? They are literally lime wool. Okay. And it was fun. I think it was a good video, but this doesn't make good content, but it's equally important on Minerva because we need to create this stuff. So when you make daily videos, if at the end of the day you find that you've made exactly one video, that means tomorrow you need to record a whole new one, which means in the end it's either the YouTube channel or design a wither farm in this exact situation. So I think you guys are starting to understand where this is going because I'm again talking to my bigger viewer, like the guys who watch almost all of my videos. You surely have noticed that I've cut a lot of my videos into multiple parts, and I really don't have a problem with cutting my videos into multiple parts. Nobody has ever said a word, and that's great. I'm grateful because typically, I would see somebody cutting a video into two halves as lazy, but I have kind of a rule where if it's over high 20s, 30 minutes, then it's just better as two parts. And more often than not, when a video is cut into two parts, they were better separate anyway. As of recording this, I haven't released these yet, but I had videos about our flower farm. As of uploading this, you've might maybe seen it. Anyway, I was making videos about a flower farm, and it turned out the first half was better. It was really just 10 minutes about the flower design itself, and then unwittingly I had recorded a whole other episode about putting glass over the area. This was recorded in one day and intended as one video, but it was much better as a 10-minute video and a 16-minute video. So I kinda called them part 1 and 2, even though they really had nothing to do with each other. And this happened before when I was mining clay. Like, there was a whole video about me mining clay, and within the same day there was a whole video about us setting up a furnace array and cooking it. The two were completely separate when I went to edit it, but, they were recorded as one. And these are great days. Honestly, I see them as almost as vacation days because I can use this extra 24 hours I've gifted myself to, instead of making a video, work on the server. And you guys have seen our projects, they're gargantuan. Like, a perimeter is something we don't blink at when a project needs to be built. And that's just not the kind of stuff you make in a day. Don't give me crap about perimeters, you know what I'm trying to say. So, That's just a long talk. Hopefully I've already put this at the end at the front of the video that this is not a video that like is for the visual stuff. I just need to kind of vent all this information because it's very important to me as a creator that that I'm fair with you guys and you understand exactly what's going on. And I also wanted to share my good feelings of how lately I've been focusing more on my Minerva. I might break the daily uploads in Sacrifice, maybe not. No promises. I don't read the future. Crazy thing, I know. I'm sorry. But lately I've been focusing on better stuff. I can assure you now that we've got a Wither Farm location, a Wither Farm design picked out that may or may not be our permanent design, and we may or may not have a great opportunity to design a custom design for Minerva. The design I'm showing in front of you is still a great design. When I make this video, I'm going to show you all the reasons why you probably should still build this on your server. If you're not as intense as us, like this is still a very practical design. If I had a single player world, I would build this. I'm not going to lie, it does help that it is my design and I like to build my own creations, but I do stand by this for a number of reasons that, once again, not this video. So yeah, that should just about wrap it up. I'll cut something in if I remember something at the very end, but thank you guys for hearing me speak, and thanks to the guys in Discord for not cutting in, and Daniel for muting himself. But that's it for me. Thanks for watching.